This donut is a very, very interesting build, so let's get into it. So you've probably seen this mobile suit before, and if you're not familiar with the Gundam franchise, the first, starring of the Asshimar started in Gundam, Zeta Gundam. If you're not familiar with Zeta Gundam, well, you probably saw it in Gundam Eva. If this is your first time here, be sure to like and subscribe if you like the channel, and if you like these Gunpla reviews. It really does help with the channel, so I appreciate all the support that you guys given me the past year, so thank you so much. Well, let's get right into it. So if you're wondering how old this kit is, this kit was actually released back in 2005, so it's a pretty old kit. But for the age of it, it actually aged pretty well. It actually had some really nice touches to it for something, something from 2005. The gimmicks were pretty nice. The transformation was pretty easy for the most part. Obviously, it did have its faults, and of course, I'll get into that later. But yeah, so far, honestly, I kind of do enjoy the build so far. So getting right into the articulation of the Asshimar, again, like as mentioned, it is pretty solid for the most part. It definitely has its movements, and you can see it can rotate from left to right. It's pretty well in terms, it can't do the splits, but it can go from, up and down, all the way flipping around, doing the splits, as you can see. Well, I guess in terms of forward backward splits, not the side splits. It kind of looks like a cartoon character, as you can see there, but it is kind of fun, and the transformation is pretty simple, and you can already tell already it can already transform to the donut ship, as you can see as I'm folding his shoulders. But overall, it is a pretty simple and solid build. Very Zeta-like for sure. Comes with, the rifle, and it looks like it only comes with like 3 hands. And of course, you can see the transformation on the backpack, which helps it transform to the donut as mentioned. The head rotates from side to side, but not all the way. But again, doesn't really need to of the shape of it, and doesn't look like it should. But overall, the eyeball is really cool. It stands pretty well by itself, so if you just hold it right there. This is when I'll say the hand is a bitch. As you can see there, that part of the hand just keeps falling off, and I was having major trouble while doing this video because everything just kept falling apart, so it was a little frustrating. So as mentioned, that's probably the one huge downfall of this figure, or sorry, model kit, is the hand, and the hand just kept falling off. And again, it's a pretty old kit, so I'm not too surprised. So the best thing to do, you just want to super glue those fingers apart. It's the easiest way. And obviously when you use super glue or any kind of stickiness, make sure it doesn't get in your fingers, because it does get stuck to your finger. It's kind of annoying. But posability, and it actually comes with a stand, so that was actually very surprising. Of course, again, with the stand, it does come with a screw, so that was kind of annoying for the most part, but I made it work. It was also a pain in the butt in a way. Overall, the transformation was smooth. Obviously, I didn't realize you had to take off the hands, so when I took off the hands, it kind of pulled off and fell on the ground, so that's why I kind of looked around for a bit. I was like, what the hell did the hand go? As you can see me dropping it right there. But again, the transformation was actually kind of fun, putting the legs together. It gave me a lot of Macross vibes when turning into like the ship, so that was a little fun. Again, it's a little unique with the donut, and of course the stand was kind of annoying because I didn't put in the screw, because I was like, no, forget it, I'm too lazy, and I didn't have a little tiny screw. But I figured out how to place it all together, and I was too lazy to take off the hand too, so I just left the hand on there. So kind of lazy on my side, but again, it was a ton of fun. So as you can see from the transformation here, this was a ton of fun as mentioned. I actually kind of like the creativity behind this, and of course it wouldn't be Zeta if it had some kind of unique transformation. Again, I think the biggest downfall was the hands, how like the hands kept falling off. It just definitely wasn't my thing overall. But overall, this was really nice, and I really liked the transformation again. So definitely, as mentioned, the articulation was pretty nice. The head can rotate and tilt, most likely to a limited extent due to the shape. Of course, shoulder joints can swing back and forth as mentioned. Elbows can be bent from 90 degrees, and upper torso can be bent up forward, and the knees are double jointed. So again, it can bend up to 90 degrees, which was really nice for the transformation as mentioned. So again, it can turn from mobile armor to mobile suit mode, which is a nice little gimmick. Definitely for, if you want to have the best results of this, obviously panel line does does help with maybe the markers or something. Maybe changing the yellow to like gold, because I don't know, I never really like that mustard kind of yellow feel, so that was one thing. But you know, of course, as you've seen the show and if you ever watched Gundam Evo, Asshimar does pull his own. It is the few mobile suit that can actually keep up with Char and as well as Camille for a little bit, because obviously it does get wrecked later. But in a way, it holds its ground, so definitely respect for the Asshimar before, because I didn't really care too much about it, but I really do see the appreciation now for it. So definitely, again, I would say the only downfall is mentioned is the hands, but everything else is phenomenal. I really like the build, so if you haven't gotten yourself an Asshimar, I highly recommend getting one, because again, it has a lot of cool little gimmicks for the kits, or maybe they can do a revive, I don't know. After Gundam Evo, maybe the Asshimar is popular now. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching the video. If this is your first time here again, be sure to like and subscribe and comment and tell me what you thought about it and if you enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, I was watching that.